K-Fabe Haze Radio with my review of NXT Spring Breakin' Week 1, April 23rd, 2024. Show kicks off with Roxanne Perez defending her NXT Women's title against Lyra Valkyria and Tatum Paxley in a triple threat. Match starts with Lyra and Tatum brawling. Roxanne just sits on the bottom rope and watches. Action spills to the floor early. Lyra gets the upper hand in the ring on Paxley with a shotgun dropkick and Northern Light suplex. Roxanne breaks up the count, but then Lyra turns around and hits her with a Northern Light suplex. Lyra and Perez trade counters. Tatum throws Roxanne onto Lyra on the floor. We have a commercial. Back from break, Lyra powerbombs both opponents from the middle rope with a slight Tower of Doom situation. Lyra strikes to both ladies until Perez counters and throws Lyra in the corner. Roxanne tries to pin both women. They both kick out, the old pin one kick out from the other kick out. Lyra with a German on Perez. Paxley rolls up Lyra for a near fall. Crowd's really into it at this point, seemingly rooting for Tatum Paxley to win. Tatum Paxley hits a huge 450 splash on Lyra Valkyria. The Roxanne sneaks in and rolls up Tatum Paxley for the 3 count. Wild match. It was non-stop. Really good opener for the show. Roxanne retaining. Probably the right thing, but with the call-ups and everything, the draft happening, it's very interesting. I'm not a big fan of NXT titles floating around on Raw and SmackDown, so it's going to be interesting now to see if Roxanne does move or not. But yeah, overall, good opener. The next match, No Quarter Catch Crew versus the D'Angelo family in a 6-man tag. Everyone brawls to start, but Tony and Charlie Dempsey end up in the ring to officially start the match. Catch Crew with quick tags in and out until the D'Angelo family gets mad and everyone brawls on the floor. We go commercial. I'm going to be honest, I'm really not invested in this match at all at this point. It's done nothing to get me sort of into it. Back from the break, Charlie Dempsey has control of Stack. He's working his leg. More quick tags from the Catch Crew. Full tag rotation, actually. Dempsey tags Kemp tags Bourne tags back into Dempsey. Dempsey applies a single leg crab. Stack finally breaks free, gets a hot tag to Tony. He goes back and forth with Dempsey until he hits a huge spinebuster for the win. Tony D'Angelo pins Charlie Dempsey. If this means anything for the Heritage Cup, we'll be interested to see. It'll be kind of weird, Tony going from World Title Challenger to random 6-man tag match, but maybe this leads to a Heritage Cup championship reign or something. Only time will tell. Up next, Fallon Henley versus Jada Parker. Match is made due to a pointless pull apart earlier in the show, and I'm going to be honest, I really don't care about this match. Jada wins when she does her running rump thing in about 5 minutes. I wrote running rump thing, and it probably has a name, I don't know. And they actually got in some decent offense, but I didn't really bother taking notes because it's sort of a thrown together match, and I wasn't really interested or invested. So yeah. Up next was the Lola Vice Natalia contract signing. They both just signed the contract. Lola states that just because she shakes her ass doesn't mean she can't kick natties. Booker makes weird noises at this point and he goes, yeah! Lola introduces Shayna Baszler as her training partner. And to be quite honest, Shayna Baszler's entrance was the best part of this whole segment. Yeah, let's move on. Up next is Blair Davenport versus Sol Ruca. This is sold to us as a beach brawl. Basically, there's just beach-related stuff around ringside. Surfboards, boogie board, picnic table, beach balls, other balls. Ruca hits Blair with a surfboard, traps her in some sort of inflatable and throws a football at her. Action spills to the floor. Blair throws Ruca into a picnic table and then the ring post. Ruca does an X Factor into an inflatable pool, then puts a surfboard on Blair Davenport and poses. We go commercial. What am I watching right now? This match is just over the top, ridiculous beach bowl right now. This is more of a beach bowl. Back from break, and apparently Blair put Sol through a surfboard during the commercial. They trade super kicks. Sol hits Fireman's Carry into a powerbomb, which actually looks pretty cool. I don't know if I've seen that before. On the floor, Ruca puts Blair through a table, rolls her in, and hits a springboard flip cutter on a boogie board for the win. Yeah, the match really picked up after the commercial break. It wasn't nearly as silly as when it first started. I had given up on the match, and then I don't know, something must have happened during that commercial break where they realized, okay, let's have an actual decent match with this stuff rather than make this stuff the focal point. Throwing a football at somebody wrapped in an inflatable. Come on. Up next, Baron Corbin faces Lexis King. Corbin launches Lexis halfway across the ring. King rolls out. Corbin follows, throws him into the guardrail. Corbin completely dominant back in the ring now until Lexis hits a drop kick to the knee. King with a series of strikes and eventually a running forearm for 2. Corbin regains advantage with a clothesline and a backdrop. Lexis rolls back out of the ring and Corbin follows. King trips Corbin and tries to use the ropes to aid a pin. Corbin kicks out when they're getting up. Lexis charges. Nearly hits the ref, so there's a near ref bump, which then leads to Lexis King low blow and his swinging neck breaker for the win. Kind of surprising seeing Lexis King beat Baron Corbin. I don't know where Corbin really goes from here. If he gets back to the main roster with Braun Breaker, or if he's just going to sort of flail away in mid-card matches in NXT. Only time will tell. Main event. The reason everybody's here. Ilya Dragunov versus Trick Williams for the NXT Championship. Title versus career. If Trick loses, he must leave NXT. Which sort of adds intrigue because you're like, okay, well, he might not win and just go to the main roster. So it's very intriguing here. They trade kicks early. Ilya with strikes and Trick attempts a flapjack, but Ilya counters to a DDT. Trick lands a kick from his back and both men are down. They get up, high-five each other and hug. They then proceed to have a hockey fight. Ilya hits a running knee and they go commercial. Back from break, Ilya attempts a sunset flip powerbomb from the top, but doesn't really rotate properly, and Trick lands on top of him. It looks really bad. Ilya acts like nothing happened and powerbombs Trick, then hits a coast-to-coast drop kick. Trick kicks out, recovers, hits a powerbomb, and Ilya's leaping grounded forearm for a near fall. Crowd's wild at this point. Ilya regains control with 2 kicks and a Death Valley driver into the corner. Trick rolls to the floor. Ilya follows. Ilya clears the announce table, but it backfires when Trick Williams hits a rock bottom through the table on Ilya. They both roll back in the ring. Dragunov hits a superplex and his finish from the middle rope. The Trick kicks out. Dragunov then goes all the way to the top rope, does it again. Trick kicks out again. Trick recovers, hits a running knee for 2. Both men stand in opposite corners from each other. They both charge. Trick hits a huge running knee, the Trick shot, and wins the NXT Championship. Wow. Really good match. Trick Williams wins the championship, which is crazy. And post-match, Dragunov hands the belt to Trick Williams, hugs him and leaves the ring. Trick celebrates on the guardrail with the crowd, and NXT goes off the air. A really good week 1, to be honest. If you look ahead at week 2, I think week 1 is going to be a better show in the long run. Week 2 next week. Why week 1 would have a world title match, week 2 wouldn't. You think the second one would be a bigger deal, but I guess not. But yeah, overall a good show. NXT, good little special, new champ, which is cool. And that was my review of NXT Spring Break in week 1. And this has been K Fade Hey Radio.